everybody. Welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Hola a todo el mundo, bienvenidos. Espero que estén teniendo un buen día. Hello! Welcome to the beginning of the week. I'm finally back to my normal schedule at the beginning of the week, which feels so much more ordered and normal for me. And I'm still a little bit laggy. Not in my model, hopefully. Hopefully? Okay, no, that model is fine. I'm still a little bit laggy in my amount of progress and activity like throughout the week because I'm still carrying the haven't been in my own house for half a week for the last month. But it's starting to feel normal. It's starting little by little to feel normal again. And I'm really happy about that. So welcome everybody to this Monday, to this start of the week, and to this... We have to finish this. We have to. More than 2 streams for something that's practically finished by the end of the first stream is crazy. So we have to finish this. We have to make the last few decisions. And we have to figure out how we exactly want this girl to look and her lore and her name and everything. I'm going to start us off strong with choosing some names. But first, I'm gonna say hello to my chat. And I'm gonna read all the first initial messages. Logan! Oh my god, Logan! Where have you been? I was worried. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Hi. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Ritish, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. I haven't been able to be here for a while. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad that you're okay. I was like... We gotta remember the parasocial relationships are a problem for everyone involved, and that includes when I get worried about people in my chat and I have no like way of contacting and knowing if you're okay. And also it's a little bit parasocial on my part. You are allowed to just disappear for any reason without me thinking that something happened to you and that you might be dead, you know? Like that's why when I say parasocial relationships hurt everyone involved, as a streamer, I can't be attaching myself to every single person in my chat because it's not healthy. You are allowed to leave for any reason without me making it the disaster scenario in my head. Even like people get bored sometimes, you know? Anyways. Nimby, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Hot Buns, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. I don't know why I love her hair so much. Didn't you design her hair partly? Who were the parents here? Oh my god, I had it written down. Oh, I have it written down here. Oh no, you drew the legs. You drew the legs. Right. Did she forget her own schedule? No? Lydia, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Leo, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Nix, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Nirwanda, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Rancor, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. She's realizing that she saved the images as JPG and lost all the layers. Funnily enough, that wouldn't be too bad for today, since ideally I do some proper lines, question mark? Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Google wiped her account for uploading other artists' work after cleverly drawing it herself to fool the system. So, funnily enough, I did actually open a Proton email this week. And if anyone wants to do that, a little bit of a piece of advice. If you are also thinking of opening your own Proton because you cannot trust Google anymore, because Google fucking sucks nowadays. If you want to open your Proton account and you want to open the drive in Proton, highly recommend having some files that you intend to upload ready to go, like ready to just open the folder, drag it in, because the first 10 minutes of uploads does not count for the amount of load that the account can have as a limit. So I didn't know that when I opened my Proton account, my first of many, because I have many emails to transfer to Proton. So now I know, and now I'm telling you so that you know. Welcome back to a thin illusion of normality. That's a way of wow. Yeah, wow. Yep. Honestly though, welcome back to the thin illusion of normality. True. I'm going through my literal thousands upon thousands of sound effects from various bundles, trying to find the right sounds for my card game. Oof. As someone who has to edit her own videos, I also have a bunch of sound effects, and the thing is, every time I save them, I think I'm saving them in a way that I'll be able to find them easily. Like, I think I can categorize them properly and not give myself headaches in the future every time I'm saving them. But then when you're saving something and when you're searching it up way later, maybe years later, you may not be in the same headspace. So suddenly an organization system that seemed so very clever, it makes no sense to you. So good luck. Good luck. Thank you, Flora. Welcome and hello. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Rexy, welcome and hello. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Halloween? Who said Halloween? Woke up to Chainsaw, so it's a strong start of the week. Holy shit. Why? Stop trying to explain away idle concern over the disappearance of someone you talk to every day for over a year. I'm just saying, it's not healthy for streamers either. I knew you were on a different schedule, but I didn't realize you were streaming despite being away from your home and stream setup. Good on you, Ellie. So I was streaming on the days that I could come to my own place. That's the thing. I was streaming on the days that I managed to, like, not manage, that the days that I could be here in my own space, I was streaming. The days that I wasn't streaming is because I was out in a different place. And so everything that I was doing was very much like I had time for nothing in this place. I had time to cook for myself, maybe leave some food ready for the next week over, maybe clean a tiny little bit, maybe do my schedules and work on some like little tidbits of stuff, but very little time. You're allowed to form basic human issues without being weird. Am I? Really? I don't remember what name I gave her, but I remember you hated it with all your heart, and that's why I didn't write it. If I didn't like it, I didn't write it. I didn't write names that I really hated. So these are the names we have so far. I'm gonna leave them on the screen so you guys can read them while I finish the chat. And chat tools for one thing, logging into some other websites easier, nothing else. Even my main mail is not the Google one. Good. I'm there right now. God forbid you actually care about the people you've spent so much time with, Ellie. It's almost like you're a functional person or something. I don't like how very logical you make it sound. Because it makes sense. It makes sense. Thank you for being here for 19 months as a member. I hope that you've been enjoying. I hope that you keep enjoying. Put that Officer Hopman's quote on a plaque and hang it on a wall. I will not do that. I don't have any wall space. I do have wall space. I do not want to go through the effort. But it's a nice quote. Mongoose, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. Thank you for being a member for 32 months, Lite. Hope that you've been enjoying. Hope that you keep enjoying. All right, we have this. Welcome back to our streams. I mean, to 4-hour streams per week. 4 3-hour streams. It's not gonna be 3 hours. You gotta let it go, man. You gotta let it go. Nick's posted something on Ellie memes. Happy New Year to you too. Does have a mind palace or remember things in context? That's black magic. You know I can't do that. You know I cannot do that. Welcome and hello. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. If worrying about people suddenly becoming absent is parasocial, it's not caring if something happened to them mentally healthy. It's okay. I need to make it very clear that I'm saying this as a streamer to an audience member, because audiences are liable to leave for a number of reasons. For example, because they have lives, real lives, in where things are happening. Or for example, because their taste changed and they are no longer that interested in you. Or for example, because they are going through something and they do not want to interact, but they are lurking. And so they are around, you just don't know it as a streamer. Or for example, because they saw something you did that they didn't like, and so they decided not to follow you anymore, and they are in the right to do so. You know, like as a streamer, my relationship to the chat needs to be different than it would be person to person in real life context, right? You get what I mean? You get what I understand? You get what I understand? That's not what I'm saying. That's not a phrase, Ellie. What? You get what I'm putting down. You get what I'm putting down. You get what I'm putting down. I'll never forget that I named this asset Retouch Speeding Hard Lime Water. My system is foolproof. I don't even know what that would sound like. That still sounds like a pain in the tail. Dang, Ellie, you should be commended for not just jumping into a month-plus hiatus. You've been working really, really hard. Thank you. I have been like having no time at all whatsoever for practically anything. So I'm a little bit startled. But now that my schedule is coming back to normal, I think I will stabilize this week, and then next week everything's gonna be normal. Estate caretakers pruning trees in prep for winter. I don't think I've seen anything like that happening here. Gonna be boring and suggest the name Ursula, given the bear motif. So funnily enough, that's one of the questions I have for you today. What animal is she? What is this? What animal ears are we talking about? What are we talking about here? Real talk, I do not like the current trend of medicalizing human, expressing basic, healthy, and justified amount of care for one another, even through the internet. It feels like demonizing basics and healthy human compassion. No, I understand that. That's why I'm saying, like, it's important to remember the context. The context is, as a streamer, attaching myself to every single person that makes it to my chat is dangerous, like, for self-help, because I cannot... First of all, I'm not entitled to you being here. Second of all, I cannot know everything that's going on in your life, because if I knew everything that's going on in every single one of my chatters' life, as it scales up, it would be overwhelming and very much too much to handle. Third, because again, you're allowed to change tastes, and you're allowed to just not want to watch me, and I shouldn't make it a personal thing, and that's why there needs to be a degree of separation. Like, it's not so much demonizing basic human contact, it's more like, it is a different situation than one-on-one relationships when you're an audience and a streamer. You know what I mean? You're right, even if you saved up things in a mind palace, you would get lost in your own mind palace, making it useless. The perception nerf is too powerful. Yes, 100%. Yes, you're correct. Exactly. It's been 20 minutes. I need to actually get going and start drawing, guys, or else this is not an art stream. Okay. If you ever do a meet and greet, we won't be able to interact with you as your fans. I would love to do a meet and greet, and yes, you would be able to interact with me. You would be able to interact with me in a way that we haven't before, I think. There's not enough wall for the noteworthy Officer Hoppen's quotes. How many do we have? Even though we only see each other once a year, might think, hope is alright if they miss one of the meetups. I mean, yeah, but that's healthy. it's someone that you're meeting, right? It's someone that you have a personal relationship. Ferret-ish. I also think ferret-ish. I assume by looking at this, my guess was bear, so... or some major, so I assume bear. Yeah, we are doing like a very big mix of things here. You're entitled to me being here. I signed that contract. No, I'm not. Title, finishing our community OC in half an hour and not a single line. Stop. I'm going. It's really too much to get attached to everyone that shows up in your chat. Instead, you should select and pick your favorite chat members. No, that would be favoritism. And that would also be bad. Okay. Let's actually get drawing. Let's actually get doing something. First of all, Astroman is not here, which is bad for me because I wanted to ask a question. Because last time we said Ursa Major and Ursa Minor are good things to have on the design, but like on the stars and the dress. But when I looked online, there were many different versions of Ursa Major or how it's supposed to look like. So I copied this one into the document, and I was hoping Astroman was gonna say that this is the correct one because it's the one that looks the most interesting to me. But I'm not entirely sure that it's the right one. Second, I want everyone to vote for your favorite names. I don't have enough options in a poll because we have 6-ish things here. And the poll can only be 4. So I want everyone to vote here. What is your favorite name of this list? And the last thing I'm gonna start with is I'm gonna take the tail off. I don't like the tail. I think we added the tail last week and I'm gonna revoke that. I know that Lena designed the idea of her having a tail. I'm sorry, Lena. I'm really, really sorry. I just feel like it makes the design a little bit clunky. So we're not gonna do that. Okay. I think that looks better. I do think that it looks better. Shit, Lena, no, don't! I'm gonna collab with her later this week. I'm gonna collab this week later. Real talk though, I guess I get what you're saying, Ellie, but also real talk, it actually means a lot that someone noticed even a brief accident and cared about it. Of course I do. You said you wouldn't interact with us as fans the same as if we met IRL. This means we can't meet and greet you if you ever did as fans. I don't understand your logic. I don't understand your logic. I don't understand what you're saying that is different from what I'm saying. Also, I had another idea that I was thinking of like trying out. We know that this didn't work, right? The little stripy collar. But does it work with the headpiece? Does it make it better if I have both things? Or is it worse? I just want to put those black and white stripes somewhere else, you know? Not just at the very bottom of the design. Also, should I make them... I think it kind of works. I think it kind of works. I don't like the headpiece. It's just that the legs are just too out of like everything else. Lord Peace, welcome and hello. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Ellie meet and greet is a possibility if I manage to actually get some money from the game I'm working on. How would that? I don't understand. Okay, I'm not gonna ask questions because this is not a chatting stream. I think the bear is canon, but I bought possum. Oh, cute. But it's not the right kind of tail. If you've been streaming for at least 5 years, you may be entitled to cash settlement from YouTube. I wish YouTube would give me a cash settlement. Necklace is better, IMO, but I think last week you came up with a bow or something like that. I tried, but I think I like it like this, with the combo of head, neck, and legs. You know? Crumpets, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Why would I hate Nyx? I don't hate Nyx. Why would you say that? Anyways, I did add the hands, by the way. Okay, let's get this properly started. I'm going to do quick lines. And by quick, I mean wish me fucking luck so that I will be quick. Actually, no, the eyes are very clean. Actually, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do a new set of lines. I'm going to clean up these lines. It's gonna be annoying, but it's gonna be the best way of handling it. It's gonna be the best way of handling it if I just do sketch cleanup instead. Did I do the dress and the body on the same? Yeah, I think so. That's very stupid, Ellie. Why would you do that? I hate you. I hate Pastelli quite a bit. Sometimes Pastelli seems like she's doing things to piss me off. And for no other reason. I think this is too long. is way too long. Hold on. Hold on. It's not that long. It's not. It feels too long though. We're gonna make it a little shorter. Because it feels too long. Even if it's just that little bit, it's gonna help. Remember, always remember, restraint is key. You want little changes. When you change something, you don't want to do a gigantic change and then regret it. You want to do little changes here and there. They add up faster than you can think. Faster than you realize, you'll be adding up and it will be fine. Okay, I think that's better. I think I do have to return some sort of concave feeling here for the inner elbow. Okay, I think that's clean. How about arm warmers? I think that wouldn't that wouldn't be equilibrium. That wouldn't be balanced anyways because they are also at the extremities and therefore it wouldn't really balance out the need for black and white stripes at the top of the design. If you get what I mean. What is the drawing based on? It's based on this, which is a exquisite corpse that we did on the last Gartic phone stream, which is insane that we got a character this coherent in exquisite corpse. That may be because the sky moves, so the record of humanity about Ursa Major may change depending on which era did observe the sky. The problem is that I need to know which one is correct. I need to know which one is the right one. Didn't you have like 3 weeks to make a poll on Discord, max 20 options, but you forgot? I don't trust polls on Discord because people can change their fucking options and you do it just to do a 50-50. Consolation is a tail for some reason. I wasn't complaining. I was. Why not give her a more bear-like tail, like the round, bushy, simple kind, vaguely similar to a bunny tail? Then it wouldn't be visible. You can imagine it if you want. We're gonna tattle on you during the collab then. Tattle! Tattle away! I'm gonna tell her. She's gonna see it on Twitter. She's gonna see it on Twitter. She looks like she's casually cursing someone far below. Maybe that's what she's doing. Because like the idea for the post was this, with a little ferret. Maybe she's just cursing someone. I don't like the hair, but the hair is part of the design. This on our stream is a chatting stream with jingling keys. Okay, you know what I do actually think? I also don't like something about the hair. For the hair, I am gonna do a new layer because hair is easiest to clean up if I'm doing a new layer. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to hide the color and I'm going to try and do a different silhouette for the hair. Because like, I like this, right? I like this side. It's separated from the body, so it creates a good silhouette. Maybe I want it a bit more like here. But then it's muddy again. I need it to be more dynamic, actually. I need it to be more dynamic. Something like this. No, I think the original was fine. Maybe. But then this one... Okay. Let me try things. This is if it was like not really moving at all whatsoever. If I want it to be... Oh! I think that makes more sense. But I think it's worse. I think it's more boring. I think doing it that way is more boring. Let me try something else. I think this makes it a little bit harder, actually, to understand what I'm doing. Yeah, I think that makes it harder. I'm gonna go back to my drawing technique. I just want to add some dynamism to this. Just want it to be a little bit more dynamic. What if it was like this? Would that make sense? I think we're gonna try it. I think I have to at least try it. I do like the bangs, so we're going to do those. We're just gonna fix them up. And by fix them up, I mean we're gonna trace only the parts that we actually want from them. Like this. When I clean sketches instead of just redrawing lines, it's still much faster to redraw bangs and hair in general than to clean up bangs and hair. Because bangs and hair tends to have a lot of little spaces like this. They're just really annoying to clean up with the eraser. But that if you have proper, like, redrawing clean lines from the get-go, it ends up being easier. I still do a fair bit of sculpting, but it is mostly just redrawing. See, it's working a lot faster, actually. I like that more than... Okay, yeah, I vibe with that. Keep that. Where's she flying to? She's just flying above to show superiority. She's just flying above to show superiority. Which, you know, that's what we decided her personality was. Like... I don't like the headpiece. I don't like the thigh highs. I also don't like the hair. Necklace is better, but I think last week you came up with a bow. I don't like the shoes and the dress and the wand and the hands and the wings and the eyes and the neck and the necklace and the mouth and the leaf. Well, fuck you. You don't like any of it. Just restart the whole design, reschedule it to a Thursday and try again with a mind more full of dog fluff. But that would be a different character. That would be a different character. Be nice to Pastelli. She tries her best. No, Pastelli sucks. Pastelli sucks. We need more context to answer this. What are her interests? What kind of music does she listen to? K-pop, goth, maybe K-goth? It's what you choose. This is our character. This is our character. It's just perspective. Don't make it shorter. Think about how the angle makes it look and accommodate for it. I think this is better. I think this looks better now. Eraser Nox, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. I don't think I've seen you here before, so welcome to the channel. Welcome to the pit. I hope you enjoy your time here. Did you explain why you changed the white dress to strong pink? Because the dress is pink. The fact that the dress has pink on the edges implies that the dress is pink on the inside. Otherwise, why would it have pink edges instead of black edges? If you want to, like, make the whole dress white, you would just use black edges. But it's pink instead. Lena, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. She gained wings. She always had wings. See, we're using this as a base. On some level, self-sabotage is elder abuse. Ooh, that's an interesting take. That is actually an interesting take. I don't really expect any other stream to make sense, and keep it that way. Keep it that way, baby. Exactly. Good job. This character is slowly morphing into tiny fairy lamia Ellie. There's no lamia. There is no lamia. There's legs. What are you on about? There's legs. There has never been an attempt of no legs. So I reject that statement. I do not think it's turning into a lamia at all. Oh yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay. Okay, now I really want to figure out the whole hair of it all. Wait, am I doing it in the same layer? Am I stupid? Don't answer that. Do not answer that. You really don't need to. You really don't need to answer that. I'm tired. I already got tired, guys. I love drawing hair and I hate drawing hair at the same time, and I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. It's just I like it and I also don't. I think I like it unless I feel like I'm time pressured and then I don't like it. I think I like it, but I like taking my time with it in a way that when I'm live, I feel pressure not to. I think that's the difference. I think when I'm on my own time, I really enjoy the steady, repetitive task of hair. Because there's a lot of very similar strokes that happen when you're drawing hair. But I think when I have time pressure, it feels different. Because I just want to be done with it, you know? So I think it changes how I feel about it. And if I just stop thinking of the time pressure and I just enjoy drawing the hair, maybe... The fuck is that line? It's annoying me. Where is that? What the fuck is this? Why are... Okay, that's better. That's much better. Actually, I should clean up these lines as well. We don't need it anymore. Okay, that's getting better. That's getting cleaner. Why are you guys talking about Ellie hating me? Because I deleted the tail that we added last week because you asked if we could add a tail, but we deleted it because it's not on the original character and it was making the silhouette clunky. You have blue edges, but I bet dollars to donuts that your insides are red. I don't have blue edges. Eh? Eh? What? If it's not supposed to be pink, why are the lines pink? Elyssia Nico's drawing an entire character with pink lines. It's different! When I finish art, I add the appropriate liner colors. But that's my last step. That's what I do at the very end. I never do that first. I always add it later. Sheesh. No patience. No patience here. This hair needs to be closed now. We need to add some sort of... Yeah, that's better. Yeah, okay. I think it's a little bit too... Yeah, we're gonna take this line less far. And we're gonna close it off with the headband instead of closing it off with a hairline, I think. I think that might be better. Gonna add the little ears. Which again are nondescript, some sort of ear, some sort of animal ear. Don't think about it too hard. Don't think about it too hard. It's just supposed to be a cute ear. Honestly, it is cute. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's better. It does have an inside, so I'm also gonna draw like... an indication here that there's an inside. Kinda cute. No, I think the other style was better. Sure, thank you. Welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Hello. I think that's kind of cute, but I think I can make it better. by... Can I make it better? Because adding just a general shape here is like a little bit simplistic. I don't know if I prefer that. I guess it's not bad. I guess it's not bad. I guess it's fine. Those eyelashes are strong. That's what I like doing, baby. If I'm drawing, she's gonna have strong eyelashes. For me, the pink outline and white inside combines into pale pink dress. I think it's a very strong, like, pink in the outline, so it's that strong pink. Also, if I want to add the stars, it makes more sense for it to be strong for contrast. It will be a light pink, not the strong pink you use. It's not that strong a pink. It is not. Gorgeous eyelashes, by the way, thank you. I'm tired of stream postponed. Here's the easiest thing to draw and the hardest thing to be happy with after. Ooh. I think I normally am really happy. It's when I have to paint it that I stop being happy. I get it, it's a mess and so complicated, but when it looks good, you love it. Yeah. The moment I stop worrying about time pressure is when someone says, right time to go. It's true. I don't hate hair. I do hate bangs. Hair is fine unless you want to do something interesting with it. I think it depends on the type of hair, right? Like curly hair is more difficult to draw than straight hair, stuff like that. When I want hair to be more interesting than just being there, that's when I tune out. I don't want to deal with it. You hate the tail, so you hate me too and everything I represent. Okay, see, now you're being just as dramatic as the rest of the chat. Now you're just being dramatic like them. Is it true that you two are having a breakup live stream this week? I need to prepare my feelings. You know what? Lena, how about we change the concept of the stream and we just do a breakup stream? Kasaki-kun, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. I don't think I've seen you here before, so welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy your time here. Hello. Okay, so this is gonna be the accessories layer. I'm gonna keep both of them. Accessories. And you know what? Maybe it's too much. Maybe it really is too much. But I think it improves the design to have something up top and not just the stockings. I'm sorry. I know it's a little bit of a mess, but it's less of a mess than if it's just the stockings. If it's just the stockings, it's really weird. So the accessories are staying. They are weird, but we're gonna learn to love them. We're gonna learn to live with them and be happy with them, and it's gonna work somehow. It's gonna work. We're gonna learn to live with it. Look, to be honest, all right, to be honest, we made a really cohesive OC together. I think it being a little bit of a mess makes sense with the fact that this was completely unplanned, not coordinated whatsoever. I think for what it is, this works really well, even with the messiness of things like the black and white accessories that I'm adding. I think we just kind of have to accept that she's a little weird. She's a tiny little weird. A little bit weird, and that's fine. We can love her regardless. Gonna make it a little bit thinner. I think by having both of the accessories is gonna work. A Jedi Cave Fairy, is she? Is she? Don't think about it too hard, it's just cute ears. Me to my animal ears. True. We are divorcing on stream on Thursday. I think we should really consider changing the streams. I think we should really consider changing the stream stuff. You know what? No, because we already announced it. I think we need to write that in our ideas documents for future streams. Lena! Can you write that in the idea document for this? Can you write that in the pinned Discord message that we keep modifying so that we remember about it? I think we should have a breakup stream one day. I think we should have a divorce stream one day. Think it would be funny. Is she not intended to be a bird girl? Sorry, I'm jumping in, missing a lot of the first stream, so I may not be caught out. She's meant to be whatever's in your heart, man. She's meant to be whatever's in your heart, specifically. Except she's also meant to be a little bit... She's... You know what, guys? Maybe she just has bad taste. Okay? Maybe she keeps being pissy because people keep telling her that her accessories don't go with her dress. And she keeps getting annoyed at such a commentary, even though it's correct. Maybe she just has bad taste and she hasn't accepted it yet. And so she's like, oh, you hate me. And I'm going to make it personal. I'm going to take it personally. I'm going to curse you. But really, the people were trying to help. Teach her a little bit of fashion. I honestly don't mind this. I honestly don't. I think it's cute. I think it's fun. I really, really do. What I'm gonna do as well is... Where are the lines? Where are those lines? Ellie, what the fuck did you do? Lame. No. Okay. What if I try to make them thinner, like they are in the art? Would I like it more or would I like it less? Because in the original Gardic, the lines of the stocking are indeed thinner. So I think I should try... I think I should try making them thinner. Oh, the width is all over the place now. I need consistency. Okay. Attempt number 2. I need to be a little bit more consistent. I'm not being consistent at all whatsoever. I think that's more consistent. I also think it might end up being better. Accessories wise, by making them thinner, like less egregious, you know. She just has something that resembles animal ears. Nothing is settled aside from that. Literally nothing is settled. You guys are not pitching. You guys are not pitching enough. I want you guys to pitch things. Pitch your ideas about her lore. If the lashes aren't strong enough that the character can flutter their eyes and fly off in the horizon, she starts over and tries harder. You may see that as a joke, but it's true. It's just true. It's straight up. My eyelash game needs to be really strong. I just love it. I just love drawing eyelashes the most when they are exaggerated and long and crazy exaggerated. No! Oh, thank God. Thank God. I thought I had deleted the shoes when trying to delete the legs, and I hadn't realized that they were on the same layer. Okay. Ellie. Ellie. Don't do that to me. Ellie. Oh, that was fucking scary, Ellie. Why? Why are you like this? I think it works better with the thinner lines. I think it does work better with the thinner lines. They still don't have color, but still. Good catch, LA. You saved them from deletion. Well done. I realized way too late. If I had deleted them, there's nothing I could have done. Literally nothing that I could have done. I would have lost them for good. I wouldn't call it a catch. It's more like I thankfully didn't do a mistake as stupid as I thought I had. Okay. This is where the knee is. So the geometry changes over here. Okay, I'll give you a simple one so you can so that you can vote on a poll. I'll give you a simple one. Wings. Butterfly pattern. Leaf pattern. Butterfly pattern, leaf pattern, or maybe nothing question mark? Maybe just transparent question mark? Let me quickly look at a dragonfly. Dragonfly wings. Oh, that's so annoying to draw. That's so annoying. Yeah, we're not doing dragonfly wings. That's too annoying. No. What else could I try? Firefly wings. That's a little bit easier. That's a little bit easier, but I don't know if it matches kind of what I like. I think we're gonna go with these two options, maybe. What if I put star wings? Like, what comes up? A bunch of shit, planes, logos, Some card captor Sakura. Okay, that was useless. You guys are gonna vote between these two. You guys get to vote between those two. Glasswing Butterfly? Let me check that out. Glasswing Butterfly. Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty. Bro. She's so cool. Wow, she's so cool. Google Glasswing Butterfly, everybody. She's really awesome. The community OC gives me bear, but I was campaigning for Squirrel Girl until she deleted the tail. Squirrel? When I'm already on no progress, this is really Ellie from 2022. But we have progress. We do. It's just at this point, it's more detailed work than anything. The big progress happened on stream number 1. She's cursing whoever said the strippy stuff doesn't go with the starry dress. Exactly. Doesn't bother me, doesn't bother me, doesn't bother me, it bothers me. It bothers me a lot. Perfectly true. True. Who gets which chatters in the breakup? Maybe we do the dog test where you put a dog at equidistance from the two parents and you both call and then you see who the dog chooses? Maybe? She should have watched Ellie's Met Gala streams. I don't think she can afford the Met Gala style. It's no weirder than that most high fashion stuff. High fashion stuff is weirder than this. She doesn't give me vengeful bitch vibes. She looks more embarrassed, bordering on tears. Really? To you, bratty fairy? I do see more bratty. She's the only fairy born with animal ears, and everyone looks at her like she's weird. I actually like that. Nirwanda, yours has been accepted as canon. I have decided. Nirwanda had a good pitch. Wait, where am I writing this? I'm writing this here. This is lore. Only fairy born with animal ears bullied for it. There we go. Nirwanda, your lore has been accepted as canon. Because I liked it. And I am the arbiter of what happens to this character now. It may be our character OC, but I'm the one finalizing the details. For now, obviously, since this is our character OC, I'm just saying character. Since this is our community character, once I have like a finished art for reference, you guys do whatever you want. Oh, this is definitely gonna be better. I probably shouldn't delete it before testing it out. Probably. Huh. Where the heck is that white? Oh, here it is. I found it, guys. It was a very, very stupid mistake that I was doing. God, I do need to finish the hair before the stream ends. Before the treatments, I need to finish the hair, and I need to have cleaned up the lines, and I need to have added at least a tiny little bit of shadow work, or more likely highlights. At least a tiny little bit. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be very disappointed. Okay. Okay. And now... I didn't save the gray, but that's fine. Don't know how I did that. Oh, if only I had actually done any sort of like layer organization. But I didn't because I was being fast. And when I'm being fast, I'm not organizing myself properly. Which is like, you're being fast in the moment, sacrificing speed later. Apparently in Spanish the glass wing is called espejito. That's so cute! For anyone who doesn't know Spanish, that means the glass wing butterfly in Spanish is called little mirror butterfly, which is fucking adorable. So freaking cute. Dragonfly pattern, no, it's so annoying to draw. It's so annoying. You're asking us to suggest changes after you've set on most of the features. What are we going to say? Erase her legs and give her octopus tentacles? Lore! I want lore! That's why I compulsively copy every layer that takes more than 30 seconds of effort. Because what if... what if, though? It would have saved me some problems for sure. Butterfly wings will be more difficult to draw, but the solid black and orange of, say, a monarch butterfly wing would go well with the color of the hair and dress. No, the wings are going to be transparent. It's just the patterning of it. Seeing the wings be clear really makes me realize how easily they can tear. I know they look so fragile. Espejito cute, right? Chat, we made this. Ellie, we made this. Chat leaves. Ellie, I made this. No, I didn't. If I find myself with an empty space with Ellie and Lena calling for me repeatedly from opposite sides, I will despair, and it's definitely too late for even the strongest meds. Maybe you shouldn't come to the divorce stream whenever that happens. Before the stream ends, I need to draw the rest of the fucking owl. True. When in doubt, go towards whichever has the most bacon in their pockets. I wouldn't cheat like that. Would Lena cheat like that? Lena, would you cheat like that? Would you cheat like that? Oh, nice. You guys want the butterfly pattern more. Got it. Gain fast of right now, sacrificing fast of tomorrow. True. That's how it works. When are we getting a poll for the names? It's just that we have too many names. Okay, how about I choose? You know what? I'll choose 4 and I'll make the poll. Name. My favorite one is Priscilla Frinklebottom. So that one is definitely making it to the poll. What else is making it to the bottom? To the poll. Caramel garlic is a little bit too much food. Katrina Ferreira is making it because it's a proper name. Katrina Ferreira. Don't know who suggested what, but I'm just... How about Felicia Caramel? Felicia Caramel. Caramel Felicia. Felicia Caramel. Felicia Caramel? Caramel Garlic was a joke. Oh, okay. So we're not doing that. We're not doing that. But I do like Felicia Caramel. Felicia Caramel. And the last one, it's either Maria or Fairy. Maria Fairy. Because we only have one more spot and none of them are complete. And it sounds like a complete name when you say them like that. Ellie's snake, but Lena's a cool place to curl up and take a nap. You're asking me to choose between delicious and comfy. Well, you have to choose. You have to choose. Little mirror, its wings are see-through though. What word would little window be? Ventanita, I think? Yeah, true. Mongoose, yes, exactly. I didn't know that you know Spanish. But it is true. Ventanita would be little window. Okay, you guys, that's the poll for the name. Hydrate check, hydrating. I wouldn't hate the leaf pattern, but she doesn't have green anywhere else. It's just the pattern, though. It's not gonna be the colors. It's just the pattern of the lines, basically. You'll see when it's fully finished what I mean. Let's paint that one later when we have proper color layers. First, I'm trying to check. Honestly, first I'm just trying to check if I like the thinner stripes more. Which I think I am already. I think I already am liking it more. With the thinner stripes. I've said it once and I'll say it again. If you ever wonder why I take so long to release any sort of art, this is why. I'm a slow as fucking artist. I'm really slow, you guys. And this is me trying to be fast. When I'm on my own time and I can take my time to do things because I'm not pressured, because I'm live, I'm just not a fast artist. Do I like it more? Now they seem too thin. Now they seem too thin. I think I'm gonna make them a little bit thicker. Each of them a little thicker. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm a perfectionist. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't move on until I feel satisfied. Okay, that's better. Do I like it more or less than before? I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to compare later on. I'm probably gonna end up putting a couple of polls on the Discord later. Just waiting for you to finish this one so I do my own version. Yeah. Here's the thing. When I finish this and I post it, you guys have my version of this, my reference of this, and it's just as much yours as it is mine. Legitimately, from here on out, everyone can change what they want. This is what I changed about her, but it doesn't end here. It ends wherever you want it to end. Each one of us can have our own versions of this. Isn't that cool? I think that's kind of cool. No, you know what? I'm not gonna focus on doing the lines right now because I know how I will never finish if I do that. So let's focus on the bigger shapes first. Bigger shapes first. I want to figure out what I want to do with the hair. The actual shape of the little ponytail thingies. And that means I need to get my bearings about what I want for the dynamics of it. I want... It's supposed to be long, at least waist long. So that is the appropriate length, actually. But that's a little... I do like this sort of flow. I just think it ends up being a little bit too... If I do this sort of flow, I think it ends up being a little bit too... Like, it's covered by the body, and it ends up being a bad silhouette, you know? But it does make more sense. In a way. What would it look like if this was the hair? Kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looks kind of bad. It looks kind of really bad. Probably because it's not well... Like, the lines don't quite match. I think it would be more like here. But most of the hair ends up being hidden in this way. And it ends up looking a little bit like you as the audience are... You as a watcher are meant to do a little bit too much work connecting this to that. Which makes it uncomfortable to the eye. So that really doesn't make me happy. That really doesn't make me happy. So it kind of has to be this way. It's just that that doesn't give it a nice flow either. And a lot of it ends up being covered by the body regardless. If I do that. See, it's really stiff. It's really stiff. That doesn't feel like flowing hair. So my only option is to move it really, really far. But that ends up looking stiff as well! Having an extremely cutesy name would be consistent with her becoming a god. Is that a normal pattern? I had to look that up. The masculine and feminine words strip me up, understandably. Why are burritos little donkeys? Is it because they call they carry all your food? I honestly don't know. I honestly do not know. Are we pretending Snaketail isn't a more comfy nap spot than Rock? I mean, nothing against Lena, but credit where credit is due. Ellie beats her in the comfy category. I don't know, laying against a rock that has been on the sun and having like the warm, like hot rock temperature, it's very nice. I'm just waiting for you to finish. The artist, so her real calling is gaming. As she finishes games pretty fast in her channel. Oi! Oi! I know what you're doing there! How dare you! How dare you! You may be slow by your standards, but you can't debate your care for details. I don't. In fact, I have too much care for details. I'm surprised you haven't seen a glasswing before, Ellie. Apparently they migrate as far as Chile, they must pass through. I don't see a lot of butterflies at all. But I see a few, but I'm, you know, living in a city, in a big metropolis. You don't get a lot of butterflies. It's bunched at the end. Would it really flow? It doesn't matter if it would really or not. In my art, I needed to feel less stiff. Because, like, stiff hair looks really bad in art to me. Like, if there's one thing that I refuse for my art is the stiff hair. I do not like it. I do not like it at all. I do not like stiff hair whatsoever. Could I make that work? If I make the other one shorter? Maybe? Something that you must know about me is I just really like drawing flowy hair, which is another reason why I have problems with curly hair. Curly hair is more about like the general shape of the hair. You need to really understand the bigger shape the hair forms, and then it moves kind of like more together. Straight hair is more like strands go everywhere, and the general shape isn't that sticking together, you know? Guys, I don't like it. Guys, I don't like it. Guys, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm struggling so much with this hair. This hair's gonna make me cry. I think that may be getting a little bit better if I adapt the other one to also be thin. And shorter question mark? Longer question mark? Less to the side. pray that I like it when I zoom out. Okay. I don't. I'm having a nervous breakdown. What if I have a nervous breakdown on the stream? New stream idea! I have a nervous breakdown. How about that? Doesn't it sound fun? Wouldn't that be a fun stream idea? Ellie has a nervous breakdown. Live on stream. Hee haha. Content. Is that good content? Isn't that great content, actually? Okay. I think overall, I am liking it more, but I'm also making it shorter. That's a problem. I'm liking it more by betraying the design. I am liking it more though. I am liking it more. I think that's better. I imagine hard rocks are more comfortable when you have scales instead of flesh. Snake longs to lie on a sun-baked rock. It checks out. Well, sorry. Sorry for forgetting that I have particular tastes that may not be similar to humans. Sorry! Ellie only visits the forest during winter to hibernate. I actually only visit forest during summer, huh? Well, that's not true. I have gone to forest during the winter. But mostly, it's too cold for me. Mostly, it's too cold for me. Goldilocks can flow. It's just more turbulent. Yeah, but they move more in bigger chunks. I 120% respect that Ellie. Flowing gorgeous hair can elevate a girl from cute to goddess, if you ask me. I find that to be an important aspect of art too. I think every kind of art can look very... Like, I think it depends on a lot of factors. It's just that I find a lot more fun drawing flowy strands. It's fine, 2022 Ellie. You will get faster over time. I have gotten faster. It's just not as fast as I want to be. It already looks good to me, Ellie. It didn't look good to me. But you know what? I think this is where we're staying. I think this is where we're staying. I don't think I hate this as much as I was hating it before. I think this is functional. And I think this is where it's staying. It's not the best silhouette. It's not the best hair shape that I've ever drawn. But it's where it's staying. It's where it's staying. And I did what I could. I did what I could. Maybe if I was off stream, I could do more. But currently, I have pressure. Pressure to finish. Pressure to end this. I'm under pressure. Under pressure. I don't know the lyrics. I don't know how this song really goes. Get me out. That's genuinely as far as I can take that bit. I really don't know the song. This is not a bit. This is really my knowledge of Under Pressure. Oh yeah, I had done a lot longer before. That was a lot longer. Not anymore though. Okay. Last push. This is gonna be bangs. This is gonna be hair. Last push for the hair to be properly lined and done. That last one is unnecessary. Betrayal? Where? Why? How did I betray you? Pressure putting down on you, pushing down on you, pushing down. Is that the lyrics? The only person pressuring you is you. No! People in the chat calling me slow. It's pressure. It's also true. It's also true. But Ellie needs remedial training on Queen / David Bowie music familiarity. I know some Queen music very, very well. I know some Queen music very well, but just some specific songs. Just because the munches are part of the design doesn't mean you can't have some escape stray hairs. That might help. Yeah, but that wasn't necessary in that moment. Question, is she still gonna be a mime with those mime pants? She's a mime if you want her to. This is our character, so you can make her be whatever you prefer. You can make her be whatever you want. When you are drawing her, if you ever draw her, you're gonna have the powers of decision. Oh, wait, guys. What if she has more black and white striped accessories? What if she has even more bad accessories? Actually, look, when I look at this shape, I think it would be cute if she had like a little ball of hair instead of like properly. Like, I think it would be cute if it was this sort of like hair do where it's like very elaborate, like a tucked hair, you know? I don't draw Seiso characters. Maybe this is how you practice Seiso characters. Maybe this is part of your growth, Rexy. Maybe this is your bootcamp, your training grounds, if you will. Maybe it's time. Plus, I've seen you draw Seiso. Excuse. Hey. Hey. You have drawn some of the cutest Ellies in this server. You have drawn some of the cutest Ellies in the server. Don't think that I'll forget about that. Don't think that I'll believe you have forgotten about that either. You are gaslighting! He's gonna turn into a porn star? No, he won't! Rexy has drawn some of the cutest delis. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do. I have irrefutable evidence that you have drawn some of the cutest delis. I have used several of them in schedules and in thumbnails. You cannot escape. You cannot escape, Rexy. I have eyes on you. I have spies on you. How do you think I know what time it is for you right now? Right now, it is 4:41 in the morning. The fuck are you doing here, bro? You should be sleeping. What are you doing here at 4 in the morning? If she has even more accessories, she will no longer be our community OC. Yes, she is! What are you on about? And you know what? When you draw her, you can draw her dress as light as you want. You can even draw her drawing in a white dress. It would be silly because you're ignoring the lines of the original drawing, but you can. If you wanted to. Pressure. Pressure, 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 so much pressure. Under pressure. Right. When I actually don't think of how I should be progressing faster, I actually enjoy it much more. Okay, but we finally have the hair! Clap, 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 clap. That's actually what I wanted for the hair. That works. It's fine. It's fine. It's working. What else do I want to change now? Not much, really. I think it's about time I actually clean this up. Yeah, I think it's about time I actually clean this up. I'm gonna go layer by layer. This one I'm going to delete. I'm gonna merge. Good. This one is overall quite clean. Doesn't need a lot of cleanup work. It just needs to be clean enough that we can read the lines without any confusion. That's gonna get deleted because the dress is there. Actually, let's bring the dress over as well. Did I draw the clavicles on the dress? No. No, that would be really stupid. Delete that, delete this. Delete the clavicle, where the dress is gonna be. Delete that torso line. Clean up this part of the neck. Clean up this. Clean up this. But don't completely delete the shoulder line. It's fine to have a little bit of shoulder showing. Delete the elbow line. Just leave that. Just make the lines cleaner. And I think I should delete this here and complete it in the dress layer. Considering this is all technically part of the dress. Let's add that connection there because that armpit was literally vanishing from existence. Make sure that this neck is readable. Make sure that this hasn't been vanished too hard. That elbow is kind of like a complete mess. That's better. Clavicles are still looking kind of nasty. Let's clean them up a bit. That's better. Dress time. Dress time. Let's make sure that this is one continuous line. Not much of a curve because people got mad at me when I gave her a little bit of a curve. People said she's supposed to be completely flat. And let me tell you something, guys. I think that's because the original dress was an A-line dress. But I categorically refuse to draw an A-line dress. So it's no longer an A-line because I hate A-line dresses so much. I really do hate A-line dresses a lot. Okay. Ooh, this is so messy. This is so messy. Why are these lines over here so messy? That's better. Okay, this is such a mess. Gross mess. Not even consistent width. Come on, Ellie. Do better. Ellie, do better. I think that's better. I think that's a little better. It's very off-center, though. Need to improve this. This curve right here. I think that's better. Yeah, that's better, that's better. That's a bit more centered. That also continues the motif of her having a little bushy bear tail. And if you want her to, again, this is your character as much as mine. You can give her a tail. What you're telling me she's free used by the community? Oh my god! Rexy! Rexy clasping his hands over his ears. I am Loot Brain, I am Loot Brain, I am Loot Brain! Rexy can do better, and he knows! I try to not do it, but apparently my hands are tied. Retouch, this is not my fault. You can do cute things! You can do cute things! Those are the lyrics, I knew it. Just a reminder, zero pressure. You're under zero pressure for this drawing. There is no rush. This is your project. It's your stream. There is pressure. What is an A-line dress? I'm afraid to ask, but there's B-line. But is there a B-line dress? No, it's not. You should be able to get an idea if you just Google A-line dress, I think. Let me see how clear the results are. They're not. They're not. You get a shit ton of different styles of dresses if you do A-line dress. This is all very different styles of dresses. Useless. Well, sorry. I will explain at some point, but not today because today I'm already so fucking late. This is going so fucking slowly. So, unfortunately, I cannot give you that class on A-line dresses right now. I also may be doing a Spanglish with that. Like, maybe there is a different term in English, and I'm getting it confused with how I would call it in Spanish. Alright. That seems a lot cleaner. Oh shit, the little... You know what? I'm gonna delete this part and I'm gonna draw it in accessories, actually. I should draw it first and then delete it. Yes, Ellie. Smart. Smart, Ellie. Okay, and now here, we want a little bowl. And we want the strings to make the ribbon part to make a little more sense than whatever I did before. That's cleaner. That's a lot cleaner. I'm happy with that being cleaner. I think this could be cleaner. I think that doesn't need to be there, actually. Thanks to the dress. Layer. Okay. Now, I do need to complete this here, erase this here, erase that here, erase... Ooh, that neck is not matching the accessory that much, is it? We're gonna make the neck a little bit thinner because it would be the easiest fix. And the fastest one. There we go. Okay. Cool. We need to fix this as well. Finish that line now that it's less covered by the dress. Okay. Now, boom. And boom. Great. Look at how much cleaner that is. Legs. Got it. Okay. So we're still cleaning the body. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna come here to this layer. We're gonna delete the lines of the old stockings because I do like the thinner ones more. We are going to go into body and we are going to clean up this. And we are going to delete the foot because there's a shoe. We're not gonna delete the entire. I think we're gonna finish the shoe first. I think, where is it? I think we're gonna do it in accessories. It's the thing that makes the most sense to me right now. We're gonna clean up the shoe. We have some bows here. Okay. That looks kind of whack. A little bit. I'm gonna have to fix that because it's a little bit too wacky. That's better. Okay. Okay. That's better. Uh-huh. Yeah, cool. I still don't know how to draw shoes properly. So you're still gonna have to deal with the subpar interpretation of what a shoe looks like. Legs are difficult! I'm not used to drawing them because I have none. I have no legs, so I don't normally draw legs. But this is gonna remain sketchy anyways, so we're gonna be fine. Her armpit could be cleaner. Well, that's her own fault. Maybe she gets bullied because she's stinky, guys. I don't know. Maybe she gets bullied because she doesn't wash her armpits enough. Can you feel that I'm a lot less defensive of this character because she's not explicitly my own child and it's all of ours? I feel like I have less mama bear instinct because we're supposed to co-parent her. We are all supposed to co-parent her. So it's not my responsibility anymore. Sorry, alone. Alright, that's that. Oh, she's supposed to have little heels. Unfortunately, that kind of changes the entire fucking shape of the shoe. That kind of changes the entire thing. Because if you have heels... Okay. If you have heels, your shoe, your feet is going to be arching. Okay, I think that makes more sense. I think that makes more sense. Let's bring back the shoe. Let's delete part of the shoe. The part that would confuse me. Oh god, I'm quite confused actually. I'm quite confused here actually. I think this is fine. And I think the edge thing would be visible only on the front. And I think the shoe's point would be more like lower. Also, yes, I do draw platforms in every single shoe that I draw. Deal with it. It's important for having good impact control or something or whatever. It takes a village, exactly. It takes a village. Of course, my name is Lucy in the poll. Oh well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Gonna go for today. Thanks for the stream. Bye bye. Goodbye. Thank you for being here. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your night. The poll has swung wildly between now and 20 minutes ago. I'm not checking it until the end. Yes, those. We all know those. A chance for me to learn about the art of clothing and character design. What's an A-line dress? I'm gonna research to see if I'm actually using the right term. Someone commissioned Ellie in an A-line dress. No, don't! No! I don't like it. A-line just means it flares from the hip down. No, it doesn't. At least not what I'm trying to say. Your chat is 100% male, we just don't know the names of dresses. Good point, good point. Fun fact, the miniskirt is in fact named after the car. Really? Really? But anyways, goodbye, Retouch. Just make her an adult at this point? No! Why would I make her an adult? Ellie has never seen a shoe without high cheats in the bottom. True. Looks like a platform and more like just a typical shoe sole to me, but if you say so, Ellie. I mean, that's... The thing is that not every shoe has a sole like that, right? Am I crazy to think that? Am I crazy to think that not every shoe has a platform like that? Okay! That looks wrong. What the fuck did I try to draw there? Is that really? Okay. I'll trust ya. Past Ellie. If you say so. If that's the shoe there. I think it's because it's supposed to have like a little pointy bit at the end. Where's the legs? Where's the legs? Where's the legs? Here's the legs. Okay. I'll clean up the legs a little. Oh god, look at the time. Look at the time! I ended up not doing anything! I mean, I did do things, I did clean up and stuff, and I changed things. But I didn't even do a little bit of color work. Ugh. You guys must be so disappointed in me. You guys must be so disappointed. If I had a bit more time during the week. It's what Wikipedia says, and I'm not concerned. I'm not that concerned, to be quite frank. I may be using the wrong term. Like, I may be confused with a term in Spanish or something. He has to have some kind of soul with some kind of width. Shoes have souls. We must pray for them. Very different answers. I don't know, guys. I don't wear shoes. I have no dogs to cage. I have no dogs to cage, you know. Life happens, Ellie. Art takes time. More art streams in our future. The horror. Well, I don't know that I would want to continue this on stream because, as you can see, I put a lot of pressure on myself. But maybe I will. I just, you know what? The thing is, if I do finish this on stream, that means that today's stream title was clickbait, and I don't like that. I don't like that. It would mean that today was clickbait because it wasn't like I didn't finish. So I guess I could change the title. I guess I could change the title. Maybe. Or maybe I finish it off stream and it's still true. Because I did like the last stream of this. I don't know. I have mentioned before that like my favorite type of art stream is the sketchy, like the beginnings, where I get to go from zero to like a proper idea, and I get to go from zero, nothing on the canvas, to like a finished sketch. That's my favorite type of stream because it's the freer part. It's the most free part of the process. It's when I have zero pressures, because at the end of the day, there's still a lot of time for things to change, you know? But, look, it's quite clean right now. That's quite cleaned up. That really is quite cleaned up. I don't think I'm gonna need to clean it up any further. I think it can stay with this type of sketchy lines. Especially now that AI is like annoyingly everywhere. I feel like this kind of sketchy lines is low-key better than finished lines. Because the imperfections show that it's a human drawn thing. How sad is it? How sad is it that I have to abandon my perfectionism because showing imperfections at least show that I'm a person? I think it's quite sad, but it is what it is. I guess it is what it is. And you guys have chosen butterfly pattern. So this wing is also gonna have this sort of vibe going on. I'm gonna check it properly later, but like it's gonna be this kind of vibe going on, you know? I'm gonna check a couple of butterflies. Maybe I'll do the glass wing. The stream is enough proof you drew it. I know. Nobody say what? My entire art style is perfect imperfection, Ellie. I get you. Your entire art style is so identifiable. It's so you. It was clickbait either way in that case. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Art can only be relegated so much to a schedule. True. I don't know. It looks great, Ellie. I think it's looking good. I think it's looking good. Let's bring the colors. Obviously, I need to change the hair. Obviously, the hair has changed. So if we do this and we do this, Like, this is not the proper layers. But it's so that we can get an idea, a quick idea of how it's looking when we zoom out. We delete this. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot on the places that the lines used to be very messy where we cleaned it up. Like that bow. That's a big difference. That's a big, big difference. Feels good when you have a lot of difference in specific areas that got really cleaned up. Oh, and I have to add the hair accessories. See how that looks. And I also need to paint this. Paint this. And a little bit of this. I think it works. You know what? I think it works. And this is how she's looking. Ooh, that looks gross. That looks gross. Let me change that. Uh-huh. 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 We delete this. Delete that. And we do this. Okay. So this is how it's looking like right now. Next big changes would be actually changing the pattern of the wings, actually changing the pattern of the stars, and, well, doing a little bit of detail painting, a couple of shadows, a couple of highlights, you know? A bit of transparency in the skirt and the thingy. But I think I like what I've done to the interpretation of this character. You could build a little window in the shoe, Mary Jane style. I mean, I was going by this. And it didn't seem like it had one. We could, though. It could be cute. Like this, right? Like this, you mean? You mean like that, right? That is cute. Anyways, and what name have you decided on? Felicia Caramel instead of Priscilla Franklebottom. Aww. Fine. Can I vote? Am I allowed to vote on my own stream? Twitch? Twitch? The fuck? Oh? Where is that? Where is Twitch? Huh? Can I not vote? Ellie, fuck you guys. Her name is Priscilla. I like Priscilla more. I want to vote. I don't know how the math would work, but I want to vote for Priscilla. What if it's Priscilla Caramel? What if it's Priscilla? I just want her to be called Priscilla so bad. Priscilla's a typo, is it? Mix, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome. I haven't seen you here before, I don't think. So welcome to the channel. Welcome to the pit. I hope you enjoy your time here. Hey, there's a poll on the stream, and you are free to vote anything that you want. But I would be really happy if you voted for the name Priscilla. Priscilla Bottom is her given name, but she tells her friends it's Felicia. I think I've already done that too much. Ellie 50-50 the poll. Great leader Ellie has made her decision. I have not, actually. I have not. Priscilla's a typo? What do you mean? What do you mean? Whoa, what do you mean, whoa? What do you mean, whoa? Okay, we're gonna be done for today. I'm gonna leave this on screen, though. I'm gonna put my pen down. And we're not gonna... Oh shit! What? When did that happen? I'm gonna put my pen down. I'm gonna be done with the art for today. But we're gonna leave it on the screen so that people can still vote for their name. You know what? Maybe I combine them. It's Priscilla with double L's. Oh, okay, interesting. I will rewrite it. I will change it now. Program's still open. Why could I not change it now? There. Double. Hydrate chick? Thank you. I will hydrate. The people have let Ellie down. She must elect a new people. maybe I switch. Maybe I do Priscilla Caramel. You know? I can't trust you guys not to cheat the polls. Then also Ellie. Hey, I need you to vote a certain way. No. I said you're free to vote however you want. You're free to vote however you want. I like the name Priscilla a lot. If you want it so badly, just combine the first and second like you said. I might just... You know what? Felicia Priscilla Caramel. How about that? How about Felicia Priscilla Caramel? I make her the second name. Or Priscilla Felicia Caramel. It just sounds a little bit worse that way. Felicia Priscilla Caramel. Nah? What do you mean? Drawing looks great. Thank you. It's still not finished. We are going to finish it eventually. I will probably want to finish it outside of the stream, but we did all of this together. We have drawn this character, all us together. Priscilla's typed wrong and Frinkle Bottom sounded like it's about her butt. Good point. Priscilla Caramel. Oh, your brain. Characters need one name, two maximum. Plenty of people have middle names, and plenty of characters therefore have middle names. I think there's plenty of examples. Not that I can think of any right now, but it's a real thing. You know what? I understand. Frinkle Bottom sounds like it's about her butt. We're gonna take that one out. Priscilla. Okay. Let's do... You know what? This is a wrap-up. We're in wrap-up time. I'm gonna do a new poll, and you guys have the power. Okay. Name... Question mark. Felicia Caramel. Priscilla Caramel. Felicia Priscilla Caramel. That is a mouthful. I'm not gonna deny it. It kind of is a mouthful. You are correct. Start poll. This is what we're doing in the wrap-up chat. And that's that. Let's also, so that everyone can see it better, let's paint all of these lines like a neutral dark brown. Oh, but that kind of makes it... Okay. Quick fixes. This is just so that people have a little bit more contrast and you can see the character better. Because I understand my lines when they are very soft colors, but I understand that for you and the screen, since you are the ones doing them, like it may be a little bit more confusing. So by having a stronger color contrast, that works better. This does make it look kind of creepy because of the pink underneath. Okay, there we go. Quick little contrast improvement for the chat. Now Felicia Franklebottom? No, because we don't like Franklebottom. We have decided not to go with Franklebottom. Tell me, Goku, Naruto, Ash, or Midoriya's middle name? I don't know. I don't know. I don't watch any of them. I don't even know the last name. I don't even know their last name, bro. Ketchum. Ash Ketchup. Ash Heinz Ketchup. My brain is like the ceiling fan light in the kitchen. Occasionally, it kicks on for a few seconds and no one knows why. You might have to change your ceiling fan light. Some people have multiple middle names and double barrel son names. Yeah, some people do. The poll is going to be taller than the chat if we don't stop her. I don't think so. No, because I'm keeping it fair. I'm keeping it fair and honest this time around. I'm keeping it fair and honest this time around. Well, guys, I think that's been enough time for voting. There's 10 votes. How many people in the chat? How many people in the chat right now? Oh, would you look at that? There's 11 people in the chat. One person hasn't voted. God damn it. Well, but one vote wouldn't make a difference. One vote wouldn't make a difference. So I think I'm gonna stop the vote now. She just really wants Priscilla to be the name. She just really wants Priscilla. Felicia's a name that should be restricted to cat girls. Why? Explain your reasoning. Please. She did this to herself. Everyone saw it. What? I did what to myself? I can't unsee Rapthalia with blue eyes. You should be able to unsee it. Does Rapthalia has wings? Huh? Does Rapthalia have little funky stars in a pink dress? Does Rapthalia use emo accessories? Japanese names are a poor example. Is it not common to have middle names in Japanese names? I changed my mind. You convinced me I'm Franklebottom now. No, you convinced me out of Franklebottom now. That's not how this should work. Real talk, Felicia is a name that should be restricted to cat girls. I asked why. I do see it, but I personally can't unsee Fairy Asuka. Asuka from what? Come on, people, where's the 50-50? Nowhere to be seen, thankfully. Naruto, annoying, overrated, loudmouth, Uzumaki. Naruto, Boruto, Uzumaki. Tell me Superman, Batman, Flash, or Spider-Man's middle names then. I don't know. I don't know. Superman is Clark Kent. Spider-Man is Peter Parker. Batman is Bruce Wayne. Flash is Speedy Max Peterson. Logan is absolutely right. About what? About the Felicia being only for cat girls? But why? Spider-Man, Soup-er-man, Bat-er-man, Flash-er-man. Because Felicia is derived from the Latin word for cat. It's the female equivalent of Felix. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Today I learned. The more you know. Benjamin is canon? I don't know. Super Hernandez, man. Is that true? Is that Speedy Gonzalez? Speedy Max Peterson. Will you post this whip in the art? Yeah, I'll post this whip in the art. I'll post this whip in the Twitter and Blue Sky. And one day, it's just so far down in my list of priorities, but one day I'll make a uniquely only for art account. I'm not gonna make it on Twitter because fuck that place. I'm gonna make it on Blue Sky. I have my accounts for art, but I haven't posted anything on them for years. I have a Kara account. I have a Artful account. I have a Bustly account. I have a lot of art accounts, but I have them inactive currently. But one day I'll make proper accounts. One day. Which Flash? Jay Garrick, Barry Allen, Wally West, Jesse Quick. Hey, I've heard of one of those. I've heard of Barry Allen. Wonder Woman was Diana something. Diana Prince? Diana Wonderana. You still use Twitter? I use it for like the bare minimum, just text posts and schedules because fuck that place. It's 90% bots and 10% people who want to start fights with anyone and everyone all the time. It's really annoying, but I kind of like, there's a lot of people and a lot of like things and a lot of notices that you only find if you are on Twitter. There's a lot of connection that only happens on Twitter, and it's really uncomfortable and it's really annoying, but I kind of have to. You can really tell she looks up to Yomi. I do! Even Detective Chimp has a middle name. I don't know who that is. Can scarcely get Ellie to post her art to her own server, much less social media. One day I'll be active again. Astroman! Oh my god! Wait! Everything stops. Everything stops. Astroman, is this Ursa Major? Because I got a lot of conflicting configurations when I googled, and I need to know from someone who I trust. Is this Ursa Major? I copied it and pasted it here to know if it's the right one. Twitter has awful formatting for art storage anyway. Yeah, it does. And I don't know why it ever turned into like the de facto place for people to share art when places like Kara exist. Yes, that is Ursa Major. Nice! Okay, so that's the change that's gonna happen. We're gonna put that in the dress. We're gonna put that in the dress. I use Twitter almost solely to look at art. I use mostly, like... Here's the thing. I don't spend a lot of time browsing art. I used to when DeviantArt was good. Nowadays, I kind of mostly use Blue Sky. I like how I've organized my threads. Not my threads, my boards, I think they're called. My feeds. I like how I've organized my feeds on Blue Sky. So I mostly use Blue Sky. use Instagram mostly for crafts, not for art. But if you build yourself a very strict following, Instagram can also be good for art. But none of these websites are as good as something that's specifically like dedicatedly done for art. So again, I have an Artful, I have a Buzzly, I have a Kara. I just need to update them. I need to actually upload things to them. Characters mostly have 1 or 2 names, not more. Elyssia, Nikos. So funnily enough, let me tell you something. Okay, this is the wrap-up chat. Let me go through all the tangents. You know that I live in Argentina. You know that I'm Argentinian. I am one of the only people I've ever met, if not the only person I've ever met, who does not have a middle name. For some reason, like this is a country where people use middle names. For some reason, I don't have a middle name. And little fun fact about this is there once was a teacher that legitimately believed that I was trolling her, and she refused to believe that I didn't have a middle name. I don't know what her problem was. I clearly, no matter how much I wanted to troll her, I wouldn't have been able to like modify the school's documentation, like the actual papers. It was very easy to see that there was nothing on the official documents on a middle name, but she fully 100% believed that I was lying and trolling her, and that I had a middle name that I was refusing to give out. And I never understood that. I never understood why she didn't just go and check the registration or whatever. Hydrate check, hydrating. Because everyone had heard of Twitter. Well, that's the first time I heard of Chara. No, Kara without the H. C-A-R-A. People treat it like a joke these days, but you know which free website I have found that has the best UI for art archival? It's actually DeviantArt. Folders, subfolders, no storage limits, etc. The only problem is visibility. It's storage, not social media. So the problem that DeviantArt has is that it was a fantastic website that if you used it before the decline, using it after the decline feels insanely gross. Because you know how good it used to be and how easily they are willing to throw you as a user down under the bus. Like, that's the main issue with DeviantArt. When they started doing... They started doing a lot of bad shit. But the death knell was when they started pushing AI heavily. I cannot trust a website that's dedicated to art that starts pushing AI heavily. Never checked out Kara before. We'll have to take a look and see if it's better. The thing that I like the most about Kara is that every artist has like their feed and their portfolio feed. So if you're very proud of one of your pieces, you can mark it as portfolio feed. And so people who want to look at your profile, they can go to your portfolio feed if they want to get only your best of your best, or they can go to your proper feed, like full feed, if they want to see all of it. And if you have a portfolio piece, or is it on every piece? I don't remember. You can list, and I think you have to list whatever software you used or whatever medium you used, which I think is really nice to be able to see what people used for art specifically. I had a similar issue here. It actually caused trouble when I was first starting school. They thought I was being obstructive for refusing to give money. Officer Hotman, stop! 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 Officer Clone Hot Pants. Fucking stop. Stop living my life. No, you stop living mine. I'm older than you. I'm 200 years old, at least older than you, I think. Stop living my life. So Elyssia, no name Nikos? Indeed. Why do you always have problem with teachers? I only talk about the problems that I have with teachers. I never talked about my good teachers that I had no problems with. Hot Pants, what the fuck? Am I just insane? Am I streaming to myself right now? What if we are actually like a weird glitch in the universe? What if you and I just mitosis out of thin air and then imprinted ourselves in our respective mothers' uteruses? I don't know where I was going with this. I don't know where I was going with this. It got weird, but it started weird in our defense. It started weird too. That sounds terribly un-Argentinian. At least I think she loves football, so there can be some relief. Sure. Sure. Of course, I love football. I love football. Yeah. Totally. Priscilla and Caramel have won the poll. Totally not because I specifically pushed for it. So she's named... Priscilla Caramel. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. What a bizarre hill to die on. What, my teacher? Yeah. They paywalled a ton of features, more and more, but it's still free. They paywalled most of their features. They started pushing AI like crazy, like... Trust the old internet, Ellie. Come to new grounds. I should! At this point, I should. At this point, I'm this close to making my own... Oh, what's the name of this? I've been seeing... There's been a resurgence of something that I had no familiarity with until there was a resurgence of it, which is like people making their own little websites, and it's called... Neo... Sites... Neo... Something like that. I've been seeing a couple of videos of how it's having like a resurgence or a rebirth or whatever. Neocities, maybe? I don't know. It's something like Angel Fire. I don't know. It's something that I'm not familiar with, but I've been seeing more and more people saying like it's having a resurgence. It's like GeoCities? Okay, maybe it's that one. Maybe it's that one. Sorry, it's really something that I'm not familiar with, but maybe I'll end up doing something like that. I again, not familiar with it, but if there really is a resurgence, if there really is a rebirth, maybe that's what I should do. I don't know. That was certainly a sentence. It was certainly a sentence. Until middle school, I would sometimes be incorrectly recorded as Officer N Hot Pants because the field wouldn't be filled with no middle name. Oh my god! Seriously! The compromise to surpass the edges. What compromise? What edges, huh? Sorry I'm on delay, but I'm also one of the few people who only has 2 names. Hey! High five! We're the single name team over here. School is ironically the dumbest place you'll ever visit. Well, it depends. Opening the code of the game, add new player, Priscilla, setting dead event. Stop it! Stop! Don't you dare! Don't you do that, bro. Good god, I haven't thought about Angel Fire in like 15 years. What is Angel Fire? Those were the 2 big places in the 90s. And I'm not familiar with either, but if it has a resurgence, maybe I should. 3 people who don't have 3 names, huh? It's almost like it's destiny. Ooh. Anyways, guys, that's been enough wrap up, I think, because I got to the bottom of the chat and I'm not gonna lie to you, my bladder is small. So I'm gonna be going. I don't know what we're gonna do about this. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it off stream or if I'm gonna try and do one stream, but I think I'd rather finish it off stream. Just because, like, from here on out, it's a lot of cleanup, it's a lot of detail work, and it's the kind of thing that I do best if I can slowly do it without pressuring myself to go fast. So I think I'm probably gonna make better progress if I'm not, like, pressuring myself to be entertaining with it. And I'll post something with a little bit more, like, detail. It doesn't need to be, like, super fully fleshed out. I'm not gonna do complex coloring here. I'm just gonna do a couple of highlights, maybe a few very soft shadows. Not much more than that. And then we're gonna have it. We're gonna have our character OC. Stop saying character OC! That's not how words work! Thank you so much for coming. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you for voting. Thank you for suggesting ideas. And yeah, I'll release this character when it's ready, which is probably not gonna be this week because as I said before, I'm trying to, like, get back to my own rhythm, etc. And tomorrow we have Hytale, another last stream, which is obviously not the last stream. It's the last stream until Hytale comes out with the story mode. And throughout the week, I intend to post the polls for... Wait, Ellie, I'm still saying things, so you still have some time. And send my art in the art channel. Aww! You turned her into a furry! Cute! Cute. I think that's cute. Thank you for drawing our baby, our community OC. What was I gonna say? Throughout the week, do keep an eye on the community tab because I intend to post some polls. One of them is for when do we do the next member stream? Before you go, I'm still talking. You can say something. When do we do the next member stream? The next member stream is going to be Jackbox. But I still want to have you guys tell me what time, what day, right? And then another member poll. No, not member poll. Sorry. Oh my God. Okay, Ellie, get your ideas together. Keep your eye out for polls. One of them is going to be member poll for when do we do the next member stream. Jackbox, day, hour, you choose. And then the other one is going to be a public poll for all of the people in the channel, for anyone who wants to vote, which is going to be what's the next game we tackle series-wise, because we are not going to do more drapline unless I have very little holes to fill, like, oh, maybe 1 or 2 weeks of something drapline, until 1.0 happens, or I get confirmation that there's a good ending that I can unlock. Which means, after Drapline's done, and now that Hytale is gonna be done, we're gonna have a slot for us to choose a new, like, mainstay game. You're hoping for Kingdom Rush? Well, you better vote. You better vote. So yeah, keep an eye out for those, and I think that's it. I think that's all I had to say. I'll see you tomorrow for Hytale if you decide to come. Binomius, Ellie, that's someone with 2 names, as in not trinomius. No one uses that word. Thanks for stream, Snake. Finish it however you prefer, like how you drew it and named it. So you can pressure yourself in private? Yes. Pressure before anyone says that I said a different word, so you can pressure yourself in private. Pressure. I also have 2 names. Yay, we're in the single name club. Man, it's terrible accounting. Withdrawing money from the ATM machine to pay for a new character OC. Stop. Love the work on our original character OC. Stop. But seriously, it was good to see you again, Ellie. I miss you, precious snake. I'm glad to hear that you're okay, or at least that you're not horribly dead. Might as well toss me in the crab bucket. No! Get out of the crab bucket. Get out of there. What are you doing in a crab bucket? Why are you in a crab bucket? Playing a role-playing RPG. Shake my head. Stop! Do you want her to use an axe, a sword, a spear, a bow, offensive magic, support magic, or healing? I think she would do support magic. How about we have you play more Silsong till you finish it? I really want to finish Silsong. I'm gonna do endurance streams for that, though. Trust. I'm gonna do a couple more endurance streams. I always vote good. Good. Anyways, goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And don't forget to stretch. Don't forget to drink plenty of water. Try to eat nutritiously and try to sleep 7 to 9 hours. And most important of all, be kind to yourself and to others, okay? Take care, my snake shifters. Bye-bye.